Hey, Gemstone family, Call here, and I hope this video finds you guys all doing well and having a safe and happy summer. It's that time of year. Summer is officially underway. We are doing fun summer things. Hopefully you are going to the beach, going to the lake, whatever you guys do to enjoy this time of year. Um, we will be going to California in October. So October is kind of my little summer break. So right now I'm just enjoying going up the mountains occasionally and doing some fun stuff, which brings me to this pair of earrings that we are going to be making today. This is a super quirky, boho, beachy, maybe a little bit eclectic earring style, and she is a big earring. So if you guys really aren't into the bigger earrings, this one's probably not going to be for you. Though you probably could make some adjustments, maybe making this bar smaller and maybe taking out a link on each side to make those a little bit more, you know, to suit you if you like a smaller earring. But guys, I'm all about the big earrings, okay? Like I'm a big girl, I got big hair, so I'm here for the big earrings. And it's hard for me to make small dainty earrings, though I did do it this month. I did challenge myself and I did make a smaller, daintier pair of earrings, which I will hopefully be demoing very soon to show you guys those earrings. But for now, we're going to go with these large and in charge sisters here. So what you are going to need for these earrings are, and we're just going to make one today, guys, because I'm going to need this one as my guide. So we're just going to put one together, and you can always, go back and rewatch it again. Oh, it's my list of materials. I'm cheating right now. So you're going to need 20 of these 4mm mahogany obsidian rounds. You're going to need 8 of these 6mm freshwater shell rounds. You're going to need 10 of these gorgeous, oh my gosh, well, they don't want to be in my hand right now. They're so pretty. You're going to need 10 of those shell coins. You're going to need some chain. Now, guys, I did go with a different colorway in metal for this. I went with a copper because I thought that was just really pretty. And so I believe this is like just a 2x4 cable link chain. And you're going to need 12 pieces of those. Now, I cut 1-inch pieces. You guys can, if you want a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, you can alter that how you want. But I cut 12 1-inch pieces. They're almost 1 inch. They're just slightly a little bit shorter than 1 inch. You're also going to need 2 ear wires. You're going to need 12 eye pins. These are 30mm eye pins. You don't need anything really large. It's just for these little dudes here. You're going to need 2 pieces of 6-inch pieces of wire. Guys, this is a 22 gauge wire. You could probably do this with a 20, but I would not do it with a 24. I use a German style wire, so this is a half hard wire. If you guys are using dead soft, that's just fine. That'll work perfect. Whatever wire you are comfortable with will work with this. And then you're also going to need 12 6mm jump rings. As far as tools go, if you have one of these art wire mandrels, these are great to have. Other than that, you're going to need just your standard collection of whatever kind of flat nose, chain nose pliers. And also I do like to put my bent chain nose pliers in there as well. And then you're also going to need some round nose pliers. You're going to need your cutters. And you also, if you want to straighten out your wire, some of these nylon jaw pliers. I always like to really straighten my wire out because I find that it makes designing a little bit easier. All right. So now that we've gone through all the materials, let's get started. So first, I just want to straighten my wire out. So how I do this is, sorry guys, I'm just organizing my chaos right now. Just organizing my chaos. So I like to take my bent chain nose, and these have the teeth in there so they can grip onto this wire, and just put the wire in there just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and just straighten this out. This is probably closer to a 7-inch piece because I like to have a little extra just in case. So just do this. I usually do this about 3 times. nice and straight. It warms up the wire, makes it pliable, and it also work hardens it at the end, so it makes it a little bit more substantial as far as holding its loop and things like that. All right, so what we are going to do, oh, my cat just did a drive-by. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go about 1.5 to 2 inches down on the wire, and we're just going to do this and make a bend. We're just going to make a bend, because what we are going to do is we are going to make a wrapped loop. So then we're going to take our pliers. Now I've marked my pliers. Some of you guys might do this. I'm going to put this little mark on my pliers to kind of show me consistently where to make that loop. But I'm actually going to go just a little bit right there above that mark. Okay. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to wrap that over the mandrel. I'm just going to rotate my hand and then take the rest of the wire over. So then you have this. And then you can go here, and if you need to make some adjustments in your wire, you can go ahead and do that. And now what I like to do here is I like to finger wrap. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to finger wrap about 2 wraps in here. Just finger wrap. Don't worry about it being messy, not messy, because you can certainly clean that up. I'll take it off the tool. Oh, sorry, guys, if I keep going, I'm really trying hard to make sure I stay in frame. I also know that my phone is a little blurry because it's an older phone, and I am working on getting a new phone. So hopefully my videos are a little bit better quality soon, but I do apologize for that. So we're going to go ahead and snip that off. Then we're going to come in, and then we're just going to put down the pokey end, because you don't want any pokey ends. Guys, don't squish this. I know a lot of you guys might want to squish it. Don't squish it. Just kind of walk it closed. And then I'll take out your pokey ends. And then you'll have this. So now what we are going to do is we are going to start loading our beads on. So let me move this out of the frame. And how did we start this? This is why I needed my example. Okay. So we're going to start with chain. So we're going to separate our chain. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be using 5 in this part, and then you're going to have the 6th piece is going to be your dangle dew piece. So let's start off with putting 1 piece of chain on. And this is sometimes more awkward than it needs to be. And then we are going to start putting these beads on. I believe this is going to take 8. 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, this portion in my design takes 8 beads. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to load one of these beads on. Oh, and I might have forgot to mention, and I'm so sorry because I'm already into this project now. Put your jump rings. Go ahead and attach your jump rings onto your shell coins before you start this. I'm sorry, I totally forgot that. But so now we're going to alternate. So we're going to do, we did chain, bead, now we're going to do shell. And then we're going to repeat chain, bead, wait, yeah, bead, yeah. That's what we're doing in between every other. Okay. So now we do shell. Now we put a shell in, and make sure you're putting it on the right side, because these are 2-sided. Then we're going to do a bead. So hopefully that made sense. Guys, I'm so nervous still doing these tutorials because I can't find the hole ever. But sometimes I still get so nervous. Like, look, I'm shaking right now. This is but I'm working on it. It's out of my comfort zone, but at the same time, it's also challenging and fun. So, but this is now there's a little fruit fly around here. Sorry about that, guys. Don't be alarmed if he comes in for a visit. But this is my 7th take of trying to shoot this video because I'm just so nervous, but we're in it now. I'm committed to this one. So again, we're doing every other. Sometimes it's hard to find the little holes on these beads. Oh my word. Okay, so now we're going to do a shell. And then if I'm doing it properly, I should end up with a chain at the end. We shall see. Where is your hole, friend? It's hard because these are darker too, you know? Sometimes it's harder to see that hole when it's a darker bead. And if I'm out of frame, I apologize. I'm trying to I love this board because it has like a border which kind of helps me stay in frame. But at the same time, sometimes I'm not paying attention. Okay. Then we're going to do shell. And some of these are darker, a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. I try to stagger them. Like I try to have like not all the light or the dark ones in one spot together. but that's just me. And I have to keep looking because I forget that quick. What section did I put on? And you know what I love about this is, oh, that might be the middle. You know what? This is the middle guy. He was actually just a tiny bit longer. The middle guy was make your middle guy a little bit longer. I think he was slightly over an inch. He was 1 link longer than the rest of these. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to end up with the right pattern now. I only got 1 chain left. Did I do something wrong? Nope. Okay, keep going, Kyle. I sure will. Did I fit? Yeah, chain, but okay. Looks like we're going to finish with shell, and I shouldn't finish with shell. And shell. We'll see. This is an adventure for sure. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I think there's a rogue chain somewhere around here. I think that's what the problem is. I think that's what the issue is. I'm searching for him. I don't see him. Maybe it does end with shell. I didn't think it did. I thought it ended with, intriguing. Hold, please. Okay, and we're back. So I was absolutely right. You know what I did, guys? These beads were for my middle portion. These were for my chain portion, and these were for the middle dangle portion. And I had just said, hey, let's just put them all on here. So guys, that was totally correct. Just that when you get to that last chain, that's your last bead. These guys were for the middle. And I didn't want to reshoot this because I did really good on this wrap loop. So I wanted to keep it that way. Okay, I'm glad the confusion is over. So now this is what you'll have. You'll have your little bar with all your dangle-doos. And guys, like I said, you can shorten this down, you know, maybe make it just 3 of these and maybe 4 pieces of chain, however you do it. So I will go over here and then I will take my pliers and I'm going to put it right here, making sure that I'm following the same direction of the other loop. And then we're just going to make another wrap loop together. So we're just going to put our thing in here, bend that over, 90-degree angle. Look at all this wire I have left over. So guys, when I tell you you need a 6-inch piece, it's probably closer to a 4-inch piece, but I like to have extra because I'd be making a lot of mistakes. But you can always say, I save these. I save my scraps, especially that's a big old long scrap. I'll save that and make some eye pins out of it. All right, so you want to come over here, make sure your chain's not escaping. Come in here with your pliers. About the same where you made your other loop. Bend this wire over and around. Rotate your pliers. Put them back in there. Bring the wire around. Go ahead and make your adjustments. Now, I will keep this on the tool as I wrap this one because it's just easier for me. And that's too why I like a little bit of extra wire because I will sometimes use it as a handle. So make sure you're not getting, this is the tricky part. Make sure you're not getting your chain stuck in these wraps. Yeah. All right. And that's about 2 wraps. You can go ahead and take that off the tool. Give that a look. I like how it looks. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to cut it. Being very, very careful as to not cut any of your chain. Because I've done that. I'm just going to get in there and really get him out of there. You're out of here, buddy. And then I like to come in here and just kind of square up my loops a little, make them, fix them. We're going to find the little nubbers. There he is. And we're just going to walk him closed. No squishing. No squishing necessary. Perfect. Now, your guys are going to be a little wonky here because you want to make sure it's not too tight. You just got to fix everybody. Just bring them all back on the same team. It's not hard. Just kind of, and then when you bend this, they'll fan out a little bit. So make sure your loops are going the same way. So I will sometimes put one plier in one end, put the other plier in the other end, and just kind of square them up. Okay, perfect. This is where your little shaping tool now comes in handy because we're going to kind of bend this into, I guess, what is this, like an oval shape? So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to gently just kind of bend this around your mandrel. See, when I made that bend, they kind of fan out a little bit, and now they have lots of movement. So yeah, so we're gonna see if this bend matches my other one. And if it doesn't, that's okay. I think that looks pretty good. So see, look at all this fun movement. This is why I love these kind of earrings in the summer, because they just move and they're playful. And then you can also kind of just finger shape. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just putting my fingers, oh, sorry. I'm just putting my fingers in the bend and I'm just kind of pushing it against my fingers and just making that more of like a natural bend. Okay. So now we're going to make our chain portion. And I do have one side done, but we'll do the other side together. But I figured you guys are pros. You really don't need this. I'm sure you know how to make wrap loops, but we're gonna make a couple anyway, just so y'all can make fun of me for my wrap loops, okay? Because they're not the best. I make much better simple loops rather. I make much better wrap loops than simple loops. Guys, is that the case with you? Do you find like simple loops are easier or harder than wrap loops? I don't know why simple loops to me are so much harder, but mine always look like little eggs. Anyway, um, so what I'm gonna do is I actually like to attach these onto my piece before I put everything on, because it's just easier. So you just bend it up like this way. You never want to take it apart. You always just want to flip it up, just a little flip of the wrist. And then we're just gonna go ahead and flip it right back down. And then I kind of just like to do this and make sure that's in there. And then we're gonna load our first bead on, which is this gorgeous natural shell. And guys, if this is cumbersome for you and you don't want to do it that way, you can just make your links and then connect them. That's fine. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take my pliers. I'm going to take these pliers out of the way. And I'm just going to go in the same direction. And this is important too. You want all of your loops to go in the same direction. If you're doing this pattern with the 3 loops. If you're just doing 2, then you're going to want to change your top loop. And instead of bending the wire over, we're just going to take the pliers and we're just going to like kind of bite down, bending the wire. So you get that angle kind of under the pliers, as opposed to bending it over the pliers, which would then give us too much space here. And then I'm going to take my cutters. I like to use my finger as kind of a measuring guide. And it's about a quarter of an inch. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and take our round nose pliers, and this is where you guys will probably make fun of me. I turn it up a little, and then I grab this piece, and I just make little movements just around with my pliers until I get the desired. Now you can, like, I think I might cut this one a little short, so we're just going to back that up and then just kind of fake it until you make it, if you must. And then I'll just come over here, straighten that up, make sure this is completely closed. And it's not the worst. It's not the worst little baby loop ever, I guess, but I tend to have mine look like eggs for some reason. I've got a serious egg problem. So yeah, it's okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open this up again, guys. We're going to twist up, and then we're going to connect it to our other previous loop. And we're going to go ahead and then we're going to shut that down. Just do that a little bit. Make sure that's nice and closed. Now we're going to do one of our mahogany obsidian. Could you imagine me restarting this video and having to put all them beads, find all those holes again? No, sir. Okay. And we're going to come back here. We're going to make sure that's going in the same direction. We're going to hold this and we're just going to chomp down on the pliers until you get that desired bend. And we're just going to go ahead and cut that again, using our finger as a guide, or however you cut. And we're going to take our pliers. Again, I just turn it up a little just to start it, and then I'll just go around. I like to do small movements there, and that's a good looking loop. And I'll come in here, I'll just do this, make sure that's closed. Now, guys, that's a good looking loop. Ooh, I'm glad that I did that one, and I can show you that I really do know how to do it. I really do, I promise. Look, I even brought extra eye pins because that's how unsure I was of myself. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and open that, and this is gonna be our last little linky here. And close that back down. Oh, that was a terrible close. Kyle, what are you doing? I got lost in myself for a second. Okay. That's got a little kink in it. That's all right. If you got like a wire that's, I mean, and that's not really a bad bend, but you can always take your nylon jaws and just straighten that right out. Not a problem. And we're going to put our last little bead on here. And like I said, this is important where the loops are, the loop orientation is concerned, because you want your loops, because we're going to be using a jump ring to attach all this together. So you want your loops and your jump ring to be sitting on there nicely. So that's why your loop orientation is really important. So if say you were not doing this third bead and you were stopping here, your loop orientation would be facing you and your jump ring is also facing you. So you are going to have to take this loop and turn it so it's opposite of the other loop. So this way the orientation will go onto the jump ring and it won't be fighting itself. You know what I'm saying? All right. So last one, we're going to bite down and take our pliers, make our cut, our cutters, make our cut. Okay. And so, yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And guys, I know a lot of you have been over in the group, the Gemstone Orphanage group, the Facebook group. Man, some of you guys are just killing it with the designs. Look at, see, that's a good loop. That's a good one. But yeah, so we're having a contest to be like the first official. It's a whole title. I'm not sure what it is. Mr. Steve said it. There's all the information and pertinence are over there on the in the Facebook group if you're not a part of that. Sometimes these will get a little wonky. Just make sure they're all going the same. You need these all to be in the right orientation. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this side on. Just going to attach this side. Yeah, but you guys are, man, I've seen, you guys are killing it, knocking it out of the park. I mean, I've seen Miss Laura, oh, Miss Christina, girl, I see what you're doing. I'll see you. I'll see you. Oh, I think I saw something, that real beautiful, was it a necklace from Miss Margot? And you guys are still like the firework box. You guys are on it, man. I think it was Miss Carol. She put up a whole design gallery. And I thought that was super rad. All right, guys, so here we go. We are here now. This is where you want to be. And we are going to now attach our middle piece. So again, we have the jump ring onto the shell. And we're just going to find your opening. We're going to open you up. I like to use my bent chain nose pliers to open and close jump rings. So let's go twist that to the one side, and we're going to throw our little chain on there. I still have a design coming up for the firecracker box, guys. I'll show you after I'm done this. Some of my plans that I have coming up. Just make sure that's closed. Sometimes I like to just give it a little pinch. It's nice and closed. And so now this is the easy part. So we have done all the hard parts. So now we get to assemble. So we are going to take one of our 6mm jump rings. And these are heavy duty jump rings. These are 18 gauge jump rings. I found some 18 gauge jump rings and I bought a whole mess of them because they're my favorite for this, because they're so sturdy. So you really won't have, if you have something sturdy like this, you don't really have to worry about it falling apart much. All right, so you're going to take your earring and you're going to go ahead and start threading pieces on there. So we're going to start with one side, and then we're going to, now you want to make sure this is on the proper side. We're going to throw our dangle on here. And I think I had to add the one extra link. I can't tell how that's going to hang, because the other way it wasn't hanging properly. It was like hanging to the side, and you don't want it to hang to the side. You want it to hang front facing. Oh my God. It's about to go across the room in a second. Hold on. Hold, please. I'm having some minor difficulties. Oh my God. Why are you being so, like, you really putting it on the chain is going to be my troublesome spot? Okay, good. It's on the right side. Thank Jesus. Okay. Now we're going to put on our ear wire, because why open it if you don't have to? So we're going to make sure that is also facing the proper way. I think that's the proper way. Yeah. And then lastly, we're going to bring up the other side, and we're going to put that on. Make sure that that is not all kinked up. Looks great. Looks great. Then we're going to go ahead and close our jump ring. And I like to go back and just one over, like I like to take it a step over, bring it back, and there's like no daylight between that jump ring. That's why I love these heavy duty jump rings. I did put the ear wire on wrong, didn't I? No, I did. Oh, I did. Did I? No, I sure didn't. Or did I? Look, I put it on backwards. That's what you don't want to do. So let's pretend that it's this way. There it is. It's all done. And now you are ready for a, did I put it on the right way? I'm not sure. But there you are. You are ready for a night out on the beach, a campfire, some fun shenanigans. You'll be like all the jingle jangle. Oh my, they're so much fun. So much fun. If you make sure you put the ear wires on in the right direction, then they're even more fun. Then you can wear them. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that little project. But guys, I do want to show you real quick the project that I was talking about. It's tangled up in my wire right now, but so I have made these earrings in the firecracker box using some of those Tilas. And it was kind of it wasn't inspired by a project that Debbie had done, but it was with the single, so I was inspired to make it into a hoop. So I will hopefully be demoing these soon. And guys, if you don't have the Tilas or you use them up, you can also do this design with super duos. So I'm also, isn't that beautiful? So I'm also, along with this one, I'm going to do one of these, and I'm also going to do one of these with the super duos that I found in the Blue Moon box. I was going through some of my boxes last night to see if I could, start using some of those beads in some tutorials, and I did find some super duos in there. And so, yeah, and so I'm going to do hopefully those. Hopefully those will be coming up, and yeah. So thank you so much, guys, and again, I hope you all are enjoying your summer. Be safe out there, guys. Have fun, do all the things, but most importantly, remember, you have fun too, okay? Because it's no fun unless everybody's having fun. So be kind to yourselves, guys, and yeah, until next time, see you later.